Hello, and welcome to my digital bonsai tree. Last time we were getting the copper ready to head on down to the smelting line. Let's go ahead and take this on down right now. I want to go to the left of these power poles and basically take this line all the way down here, making a couple of skips and a couple of hops until I reach this desert area where the smelting columns are, and then I have already pre-marked areas where this is gonna be, so this guy right around here. Hell yeah. Well, maybe not that guy. Maybe the guy a little bit further on down. Who knows? I don't know. But let us continue on forward. The only direction to go towards progress. And set up a nice little copper smelting line. Do I want this? Okay. I think I actually want this guy to be this way. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we got this going on down. Let's go ahead and extend this guy by a tiny little bit. Not that there's anything wrong with the number of columns here, it's just I need more. So we will copy this from this area right here. So 24, 24, so I need to minus 4 to get the 44. So if I continue the pattern down here, I will have the smelting column A-OK. And this will produce one full iron line that cannot take any more. So let's go ahead, move it on down. These are some precision button presses. Now, one of those things, while I'm building this guy on over here, I wanted to talk about the lack thereof of music. Factorio is a fantastic game with a very chill soundtrack that makes you feel like a spaceman doing space things. Personally, I have listened to that track for multiple hundreds of hours. It is a good track. It's license free. It's not gonna like ding your YouTube account, but it's just, I've listened to it enough. So I made the executive decision to cut that music out from my recordings. Now, what this means for you, YouTube listener and viewer, is that this is going to sound pretty barren. This is where I suggest YouTube is a fabulous process where you can have multiple windows open. Much like myself, I like to have video game videos be its thing because I don't trust those video game playing people to have good taste in music. The paradox therein is that a lot of the music that I've been exposed to, well, maybe not a lot, some, turns out to be some pretty nice, like EDM, all that sort of stuff. So maybe I can use this channel to highlight some musical dealy bops. But I'm not actually going to edit it into the video because there is a problem with licensing. I don't want to get into that problem. So I'll provide links in the description below of things that are interesting to listen to while you're being a spaceman doing space things. Currently I am listening to Sounds of the Supermarket, a hauntingly chilling track list of about 20 songs, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's shit that sounds like it came from a supermarket. It's pretty dope. Check it out. Link in the description. Let's go ahead and get rid of these extraneous iron lines. I do not need them. And here is the ultimate problem, is that the first line did not take from. So this thing right here, this is gonna have to get moved redone, all that sort of good stuff. But that's a tomorrow problem. We'll deal with tomorrow problems in the proper time, which is probably tomorrow. Keep that on there just for now so that I can get these guys in alignment. Now, there's going to be a lot of iron stuff, and I want the iron to basically be together. So I'm going to pre-arrange space for this iron to be together. I'm going to take this. I want this to be the main smelting column line feeder on inner. So I'm going to copy this guy all the way down to here. And just mark off some space. Here. No. I want that to be... Alright, so I have it 2 apart here for absolutely no reason other than this had a odd horizontal profile. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with 0 space only in between because I just don't need it. 1 space is fine. 2. And I believe I have always wanted to ship gears, just bust gears completely, and I do know that it takes 2 complete iron plate lines to make an iron gear line. Oof. Looks like there's some dead trees in the middle of there. See, the problem is if I right-click this, chop it down, then a piece of the ghost is going to go missing, so I need to do a slightly more barbaric solution and just take a shotgun to it. Boom. Alright, so here I've got the plans for 4, 2 actual. That means I can start dropping down copper smelting columns pretty quickly, but I do need to get rid of these trees. That reminds me, I need some research going on in. Let's go ahead and I can either shoot these for more oomph or shoot these faster. This is maddeningly slow, so let's shoot these faster. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh well, these are the necessary steps to block out enough space to do what you want to do. Like our discussion last time with future-proofing, this is probably one of the easier steps that you can do to not inhibit future yourself. Is just, you know, like leaving a marker for future yourself, leaving a plan. Oh, yes. For funsies, let's go ahead and put down 1 more smelting column. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's my name. I don't need to get the book. Just need to get the forge. Yeah. 1 more iron line. And then give this some space to the tune of maybe 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And I'm going to want 3 of these total. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Yes, my shoddy is so hotty. Let's just shoot some trees. Elusive. It gets better with more number go up upgrades, I assure you. I hope that the shotgun sound does not disturb your audio experience too harshly. I mean, it is a shotgun, and it does have to have like a good oomph to it. That one I can just jump down. Alright, and we set out to build. Oh, this whole area is just gonna have to be redone. Off alignment by a little bit. Alright, let's identify where it went off alignment. We can see through the arrows that it was started off at this column right here. The one problem with the desert is that the little brush, there's no way of getting rid of that in a logical manner, in an easy manner. So we will just refuse. Let's go ahead and clear off all these ghosts. Thank you, science. Let's go ahead and go for one more number go up. No, let's go for power poles. Okay, slate is clean. Let's go ahead and try this again. It is in my inventory. I have about 3 copies of this. Let's try this again. Okay. Or rather, I can just try it from this blueprint right here. Take off that radar, take off this power pole, and let's go ahead and go hog wild. Alright, these have to go as well. And you know what? We will just do this from map mode. Go. And from here, I want no space, no space. So that leaves 4 for the bus. Though at the same time, I guess you don't need 4. No, I need 4 for the bus. Don't mind those words all too much if they mean nothing to you. If they do mean something to you, then congratulations. Let's see here. You have played this video game or watched it before. This should make a total of 8 columns. Okay. Undo that little business. Get my blueprint out one more time, and then from here it should be this guy. Yeah. And I want a solid 3. Just to start off with. Okay. Let's begin. First of all, let's drag this coal all the way on down. Get rid of this fake guideline that was plaguing me ever so much. Get rid of these hookups that will be hooked up later. Okay. And then we continue. Okay, and that is good. Put this down here. Get started making a couple of more of these splitters. Realize that I've ran out of green chips, so I must handcraft them. And then realize that it's not a problem because it's not like I was doing anything with that crafting queue to begin with. It's one of those things. It will get done. And by the time it gets done, I will have already forgotten about it. Placing power poles. Right here in this tall grass, this is where it gets a little bit difficult to identify what blueprints are where. From here, we can just click, hold, run all the way up because the power poles are in the way in a manner. Okay, got that. Okay, realize that I am running low on these inserters. Oof. I have no desire to use fancy inserters. We are at a stage where resource cost is of the utmost importance. And not only are these less resource intensive by, let's do a direct comparison. These guys cost a total of 4 iron plates, 1.5 copper plates. These guys require double that at 8 iron plates and then slightly more, triple the copper production, which in the future will be neglectable. Right now is not neglectable. One thing that does end up sticking with for the rest of the playthrough is that yellow inserters will take less than half of the power draw that a blue inserter does. So it is advantageous to continue use, but that is further complicated by the fact that yellow inserters cannot interact with the third tier of belt without difficulty. And so by that point, the cost benefit analysis is just, it's whatever. When you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of iron plates, a thing costing double when its base unit price is 4 just seems a little insignificant. Ah, I can make power poles. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and make our bullets do things better in preparation for company. Okay, let's bring these guys on down this way. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean up this iron line. Now for a nice little concept of recycling. Don't want to individually place all of these ores here. I just want it to get there eventually. And so if this is to ever default or like not achieve true compression, then it'll default to the ore that's up in the box. And the ore that's up in the box is what, like 1,000? So that's good. Okay, so smelting columns all set up. Let's go ahead and set up the power pole conditions. We will use these markers within the base as one less thing that we have to set up later. I am having difficulty seeing through the grass. There it is. And then boom, we now have copper. Hooray. Alright, and this is the point that I take a look. Ah! More of the red desert has been reviewed. Thanks to this this radar right here, automating our exploration that much more. I think I'm just going to go straight down from where the copper is at, have the iron join where that copper is, and then head down that way. Yeah, I believe that's going to be a good path to go down. Let's go ahead and clean up the rest of the red signs. I do want to fiddle with warehousing sometime in the future, maybe, perhaps. Yes. Yes, very nice. Okay. Let's take a look at power just real fast and create a sort of redundant loop. There's no reason to create this redundant loop other than to ease my own fears, but if I cut something off on the other side, I kind of want it to be able to still work. If only I had a cough button. Alright, so let's go ahead and do something useful with this copper. But I am reminded that I have a starter base that does need some sort of minding. And I need a couple more belts. And let us load up, since I have an unreal amount of materials, let's go ahead and load up our old museum. Ah, thank you. Let's do some landfill. That'll be something that we can do with stone. Let's put this stone right up in here. Put these guys up in here. Don't believe we will actually be using any more of that specific science. That sweet science. That'll run for some time. And this needs iron to continue running itself. That was nice. Okay, picked up iron from my trolls. Dropped off ore for more of my troubles. Pick up a bunch more of these green circuits. Alright, everything going okay here? Everything's going okay. Just scoop up some of these. And grab all of these inserters right up in here. Alright, fantastic. Yes. Let's go ahead and do a quick exercise with our steel. Yes. And with this, we're just going to build, handcraft a whole bunch of big old power poles. Hooray. Should I finish this? No. No reason or desire to. I do need a second line. Alright, I will continue. Ooh, landfill. We can make the ocean less so with that. Let's go ahead on into logistics 2. That will provide us our first tier upgrade of built-in infrastructure. Let's go ahead and handcraft a couple of miners. Realize that all of those long-range poles were finished. Okay, we're gonna bring this one on down as well. We may not hook it up right now, but we will bring it on down. Let's go on an underwater adventure. Okay, and then we lay down some barrel poles. In addition to that, let us go ahead and handcraft some, because I can see that 19 is not going to be enough to finish this job. Let the click-clacks take on over your mind. Achieve an ideal rhythm, but realize that the only rhythm that you need is a rhythm that drives you forward. So difficult to see. Fortunately, don't need to see for this part. Just let previous preparation take over, but identify where mistakes can happen and try and catch them. Okay, center line. Alright, let's automate our movement by standing on top of this conveyor belt and just let the button presses take us. Alright, fantastic. Here we have two smelting columns. And it's in sort of kind of the time that it took to build another. And thank you for joining me while I shape and design my digital bonsai tree. Thank you. Have a good day.